Well, today I want to review the HoverAir X1. Well, I've wanted a drone for some time now for my hiking videos because it gives you that little extra perspective. Maybe it might look more professional for some people, but I always like that third eye view of the hike. You know, all my shots are like from ground level. I might like set my camera up on a rock. I might be walking toward it or away from it, or I might put it on the side to get a nice view of the mountains. And all that's great, but sometimes I want that other angle that really only a drone can give you. Go! But what's kept me away from drones is that they're expensive. They're more money than I want to spend on something to take a picture, a video that I already have a camera for. So it was hard for me to justify that. And I've seen so many times, you know, other videos of people flying these things, and to me it's like, I know I'm gonna crash this expensive thing. I also hike a lot in wilderness areas, and drones are not allowed in wilderness areas. And so for as much money as I'm gonna spend on this thing, how much use am I gonna get out of it, really? A lot of drones are pretty heavy. They're, with all the accessories, they're about 2 pounds. You know, you got extra batteries, you have the controller, you might have charger and spare parts, you might put it in a case. So all that weight adds up, and it's pretty bulky too for my pack. And I'm already like at capacity with my 40-liter pack, and so I really don't have room for a big drone. Another thing is that I really don't want to learn how to fly one of these things, because it's just going to take a lot of time and effort that I don't know I want to invest all of that into an occasional shot. And standard drones take some time to set up. You know, you have to hook it up to your controller, you have to get your GPS signal, you have to get all that matched up and ready to go. And it's just a lot of fuss, and it takes away a lot of valuable time for me on the trail. I don't want to make this thing a video production. I want to really enjoy the outdoors. And so the more electronics and the more gadgets and things I bring into the experience, the less I enjoy the nature experience that I'm after when I'm out here. So, am I looking for the impossible? I want something that's not expensive. I want something that's easy. I want something that's no fuss. I don't want anything that takes up a lot of my time on the trail. I don't want something bulky. I don't want something heavy. I don't want something that takes a long time to learn. Go! Enter the HoverAir X1. This thing is really a flying camera. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the specs, but I've really enjoyed this thing. And I bought it myself. I'm not sponsoring these people. No one's telling me what to do here. I just bought this on my own because I think it answers the questions, and it overcomes the objectives that I've had to having a drone on hikes. Okay, so I thought I'd just take you right to the site here and show you what I got. Alright, so what I got here is the combo, which is the drone, 2 batteries, and a charger. And what's not shown here is that they have a cord for this charger, and it also comes in a nice carry bag. And you can see the price here is $3.99. And there's drones out there that are a lot more expensive than this. Okay, just going through a few things. Ultra light. So I just weighed mine. It's 4.5 ounces, and there's a little bit more in the specs down below. That's with the drone and 1 battery. It takes off from the palm of your hand. There's intelligent flight patterns, which means there's patterns that are pre-programmed, and there's one you can customize. It uses VIO positioning and not GPS. So the difference is VIO is just visual sensors where the drone can tell where it's at and where it's going just by the sensors that's on board on the drone. And you don't have to hook up the GPS, you don't have to sync anything. It just flies through its own visual sensors. Has triple stabilization. We'll go through that in a minute. You can do live preview if you want to see what this camera's seeing while you're recording. You can get on the app. You can see that it's fully enclosed, and you can do some quick shots, some rapid shots, just photography. So let's just go through this. 3-second takeoff from your hands, so you don't need a pad to take off from. Just put out your hand and it lands on it, and that's where you take off from. Pretty easy stuff. We talked about intelligent flight patterns, so there's a bunch of built-in ones. There's hover, there's follow, there's orbit, there's zoom out, there's bird's eye. All those are standard buttons built in. You can also do dolly track, and you can customize your own pattern in there. So there's one button for customize. It has triple stabilization, uses a gimbal. There's electronic image stabilization, and there's horizontal leveling. And you can see here by this little graphic, just a difference between when it's on and it's off. It's pretty stable. It's foldable and portable. Now, a lot of drones, there's parts that you need to put together. Not this one. You just fold it open, fold it shut, put it away. And you can see with his fingers here, that's really hard to get your fingers caught up in here or anything else to ruin the blades. On other drones, you run into something, you break the blades, you have to replace them. This is fully enclosed. Very portable. I put mine in my pocket. It's really handy. So I put it right here. That's it. Also have another pocket down here, a little bit lower. I can put it right in this pocket if I want to. Shoot and share. So this is, we talked about the preview option before, but you also, there's 32 gig of memory with this thing, and you can easily download it to your phone and put it on your social media accounts, or what I do is I just download it to my PC and do my editing there. So this thing has 2.7 video, 30 frames per second, or it has 1080p HDR video, and that's in 30 or 60. We'll see here in just a second as I show you some more specs. So pretty nice. VIO positioning, we talked about that some. Okay, here's some key specs. There's the dimensions, folded and unfolded. Again, easily fit in your pocket. The weight, 125 grams, 4.5 ounces, 32 gigabyte of memory. Uses Wi-Fi if you're connected with your phone. The max wind speed, 7.9 meters per second, which is about 18 miles per hour. The temperature range here, 15 meters flight height maximum. Real view transmission distance, 30. There's some other things here. There's the video modes we talked about. It has a 1050 milliamp hour battery in it. All right, so the charging time is 35 minutes if it's in the charging hub, or it's 55 minutes if you're charging it on board. And it's compatible with iOS and Android. So there's your basic specs. There's lots of videos online you can go ahead and check, and they have a little bit more detailed technical information if you're after it. But I wanted to just do a quick review here of what they have on their website and what I found actually to be true about this product. So there you go. Go! You can do it manually on your phone if you want to. But the reason I bought this, and I think what makes it special, is that I don't have to take my pack off. I don't have to take it out of my pack. I don't have to take it out of the box that it's inside of my pack. I stop for a second, pull this out. I press one button to turn it on, one button to set whatever kind of pattern I want it to fly, and then you press it, and you press the power button again and put it in the palm of your hand, and it's off and running. Takes off. When I'm done, it lands right in my hand. I shut it off, fold it up, put it in my pocket, done. Now to get this thing initiated, there's a little app that comes with this, and you set it up on the app. The app can do some pretty cool stuff. You can fly this thing manually with the app. You can set different parameters on the app if you want to. You can also set most of those parameters just by pressing some buttons on here. So some people really, what you could do is set it up with the app and never use the app again. It's really that simple. Go! Okay, now I want to show you a few patterns that this thing does. They're all built into this thing. By pressing this little button right here, you change the flying modes, the flying patterns. And there's the last one over here that's custom. You can get on the app and you can customize the flight pattern. And that's all I do.
Meters. Zoom out. meters, bird eye.
Okay, so this is what it sounds like with the audio on. And I have my lab mic connected. Let me just make sure you connect your audio using your app here. All right, so we're in dolly track mode right now, and I have the audio on, so you should be able to hear me without the whiny sounds of the propellers. So, I don't know, what do you think? Filtering good? Okay, so this video was not a comprehensive review of drones and drone flying and how this hover might be better or worse than some other drones. I just know what I've read, I know what I've seen, and this one is just right for me. It's a no fuss, easy. I'm not going to be able to do all the great stuff that a $3,000 drone is going to do, but I don't need that. I just need something to catch a little bit different angle of me while I'm on the trail to give me a little more variety. And that's really all I was after, and I think this hover does the trick. So maybe it will for you. Go check it out. Okay, I'm David on Earth. Thank you for coming to this channel, and if you haven't subscribed, please do, because I do all kinds of hiking and backpacking, and in this case, gear review of stuff that I use out on the trail. So I'll see you on the trail.